ancient alchemy. Worthless! Impossible!
Ready, steady, go! Let the show begin. Rituals are you gonna perform here? No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time. Eh? Wait. You didn't take all that vengeful God's curse stuff seriously. You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old. Why would you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha? They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead. So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This ley line monolith will make for a really great prop. Ah, you're finally here! We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
Terra Smash!
Useless.
I'm counting on you!
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel more invigorated. I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it
Great. In which case, I get... You've been pranked! This exorcism device? People like you wouldn't recognize it, but it's just... And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your... So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real. Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but...
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again. So I'd appreciate it if you try not to... Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow. I
feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, since we are done with the matter at hand, can we...
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
This is Big G?
Well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when...
That's not what Paimon imagined when Paimon first heard that.
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. We have much to do.
I'll protect us. show be... After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember what I said? It was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason...
This explanation sounds a bit far-fetched to Paimon.
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. I never wanted to scare anyone. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them saying they'd come from Liyue Harbor, so I followed.
It must have been poor Luocheng that he followed. Maybe he didn't notice you, but he could still feel your presence.
I was.
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching for you all over the place.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my.
Now that you mention it, Big G always had a poor sense of direction. When we were kids, he'd never go down the hill by himself. We always had to lead him.
So, all of this was just... Why didn't you just fly? Like any other ghost or spirit?
It's too high for me.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and with so many people walking around Liyue Harbor, my only choice was to hide. I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do...
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Songza.
Well... if that's the case, we can't let him down. Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuwang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsake.
They're all friends. Can't we just go there all together? Or maybe we can take Big G to them.
That's not a good idea.
I wouldn't want ordinary folks to become superstitious. So be careful what you say when you collect the keepsake.
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's services anytime soon. Yes, we grew up together. We still keep in touch even now. I don't know why he started working for Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. But he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. Did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he did. If you could pick one thing, just, theoretically speaking. We're just being hypothetical here. Definitely not gonna...
I'd cook something for him. Oh, he could eat spicy food like no other. His favorite meal was extra... I can make it for you, if you bring me some Jueyun chilies. I'm sure he'd appreciate the flavor of his...
Deal! Just give us some...
A toast to our success.
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Lee.
Tell you how it is.
Great, this should be enough. I'll get started on the Jueyun chili chicken. When everyone's ready.
Great! See you later! How did he know about the others?
A toast to our success.
Not you again.
Mung told us about you. You're good friends, right?
That's true, yes. Come to think, it didn't take long for his good friends to figure, but I know there's nothing we can say to help him get over it. Let him. So, is Big G.
How did you know? We didn't even say.
Don't worry, I'm a businessman. I won't go spilling your secret. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these.
Wow.
For me, it's a memento of a childhood long gone. Without it, we would... So, having found me, I guess you'll be looking for Little Wu and Songza next.
We already saw Little Wu. Now we gotta find...
I see. If it's Songza you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the stair. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Senua Kiosk. A place to go for classic Yua dishes.
Yeah!
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan Sao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me?
Seems like you already know what's going on. Be back in a jiffy. Hi! We're here to pick up the plastrite shards for Sansa.
I think she mentioned it. The plastrite shards are over in that crate there.
Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. These look like what Sungza was talking about. Let's head back.
Senua Kiosk. A place to go for classic
Terra
Yua
Smash!
dishes.
My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, during the annual lantern rite, we all release a lantern like this. No matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us remains the same.
As for the matter of Big G, the 3 of us have discussed amongst ourselves and agreed we won't press you on it.
But if you get the chance, please let him know we're doing well, and that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Thank you. We'll pass it on. Big G is lucky to have friends like you. We got everything we need. Let's go to Wulong Hill and find Hu Tao and the others.
Boring!
Over here! Citizens shine no longer.
You're back already? Sooner than I expected. You didn't go spilling the beans, did you, Paimon?
Does Paimon look that unreliable to you?
I'm kidding. Anyway, looks like they were willing to hand over some keepsakes, so I guess they knew the deal. Nevertheless, when it comes to things like ghosts and ghouls, spirits and souls, the one thing everyone knows is you never know what to expect. Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well, because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much for me to deal with. Guard the border between life and death. This is Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's most important responsibility.
So what about us? Does it matter if we cross the border?
Of course not. After all, you were caught up in all this already, just like Meng. And where we're going, don't be surprised at what you may see or what may occur. All of it exists within the border between the living and the dead. An ordinary place, really. The only special thing about it is that nobody really knows about it. Whatever you do, don't get all worked up over nothing, okay? Or else by the time we're out, I'll have to erase your memories. So listen to everything I say. Let's go.
Paimon's scared. But like Huta says, we're already caught up in this. We better see it through to the end. Wow! What is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead. Huh?
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time. Nice and spicy. This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little... how do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
I'm pretty sure that's not how people put it.
Huh? With the wind. Huh? By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us? show begins. Come on, we can do it. I'll protect us. Pink! Huh? See?
Nice and spicy.
This looks the same, but there aren't enough. So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead. Go!
Let's dance.
Yeah.
Huh? Phew. Huh? Phew. Ha! Ha! Go! Phew. Huh? Phew. Huh? Phew.
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before?
Terra Smash!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
What in Teyvat is going on? Have we even been moving forward this whole time?
It's almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything resets!
Huh? Phew.
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?